Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Make sure you have the high ground. Genius, thank you. I mean, that's a good point, though, especially if you're rocking with goddamn air. It makes sense, people. Men dressed and acted like men back in the day. Men back in the day. They really didn't, though. 1974 America declassified invasion plans for Canada made in the 1920s. Oh, man. Well, dang it. Oh, we could have had this plan in the bag just in case, but no, here we are. Darn it, you guys suck. 5 mass extinction events, including the Permian that killed over 95% of ocean animals, horseshoe crabs. Look, sometimes you're designed perfectly. Not their fault. What everyone thinks Vikings looked like, how Vikings actually looked like. What? Okay, you know what? No, leave me alone. How about that? Just leave me alone. World's oldest complaint. You are, without a doubt, the worst Mesopotamian copper merchant I've ever heard of. But you have heard of me. I'm not gonna understand a single one of these without explanation. Oh, thank God. The complaint tablet to whatever is a clay tablet that was sent to ancient Ur, written in 1750 BCE. It's a complaint to a merchant named, can't read that name, from a customer named Nani, written in Akkadian cuneiform? What? It is considered to be the oldest known written complaint. Man, wonder what the hell the guy did. I would like to read this written complaint, but something tells me I would not be able to. When the UK is about to land on the Falklands and the BBC broadcasts your landing plan. Oh, I see. This sub is definitely going to go just completely right over my head the entire way. Help! The club is on fire, and all the other exits are blocked. You gotta let us out. I'm a member of the band. Yeah. So, what? Insane to think Charles Darwin and Steve Irwin both owned the same tortoise. Did they really? That's kind of cool. You're the best, Harriet. Love you too, Darwin. Oh, I miss him. Not Darwin. Sure, I guess. Anyway, no, Steve. I want Steve back. Really bad. European legends. He who can pull this sword from the earth is the rightful king of Britain. Hawaiian legends. He who can move this big-ass rock will unify the islands. I mean, yeah, nothing wrong with either one of those bad boys. Me explaining to my little bro that names like Xerxes and what are just Greeks butchering pronunciations of Old Persian. Okay, is any of that interesting, though? Is it? Go watch 300 and enjoy yourself. How about that? The only way to defeat her. Hey, buddy, eyes up here. No. Absolutely not. I do not care. I will not be looking there. Will I ever be as good as Napoleon? Will I ever be as good as Caesar? Will I ever be as good as Alexander? I'm the best. Okay, cute. German World War II marching songs versus British World War II marching songs. I miss my love and I will die for the fatherland. Your leaders have weird balls. So, I mean, maybe that's why they lost. History nerds will turn 14 and then base their personality on one of these. Yeah, that part is pretty darn true, but at least you get interested in something, I suppose. Pirates in fiction. I'm gonna steal all your money, then eat you alive. No, you're a maniac. Pirates in reality. Regarding the economic crisis we're facing, I have no other choice but to rob you. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I'm not a savage. No problem. I know there's nothing personal there. Why do I not believe you for 1 second that pirates were incredibly polite, super nice guys? Why do I not believe that portion of this meme in particular? Not saying they were eating people, but I don't know. I don't believe that they were like, look, we really don't want to do this, man. You guys have a wonderful goddamn day. Hope your week is going well. Love ya. See ya later. Thanks for your stuff. Have a good one, guys. What do you call this place? I don't understand you. Oh, okay. Gets plenty of exercise, drinks pure water, breathes pollution-free air, eats free-range organic diet, dead by age 35. Well, I mean, that's because a cold would cause them to immolate, so to speak. Everybody would just go up in flames at the slightest bit of sickness. The church has never done anything good in history. The Pope blessing the Pokemon franchise in 2000. Did he really do that? That's really weird. Why would he do that? I don't understand. When it's illegal to expose the illegal things the government does, and there are a lot of people that absolutely are on the side of big government with that one. I don't know why. Oh, this guy actually exposed some horrific secrets that our nasty-ass government does. I hope they burn them at the stake so we can all watch, and then have it on television so I can show my kid. There are some weird motherfuckers out there, okay? Survived the Franco-Prussian War, survived World War I, survived World War II, saw the rise and fall of two German Reich, consisted on one thing: screw France, okay? Jesters in fiction, please stop making fun of me. I only wish to be freed from this living nightmare. Jesters in reality: I'm fed, clothed, well paid, I can consult the king without consequences, and I am in some cases among his most important advisors. That one does sound a lot more believable. Seems like they had a pretty good gig. Worst reason for an assassination ever. That girl from the movie Taxi Driver is cute. I think I'm obsessed with her. She isn't responding to my creepy letters. I need a new way to catch her attention. I'll assassinate the president just like in the movie. That'll make her notice me. This definitely won't just horrify her and land me in an insane asylum. Wait, what? I can't believe Caesar's really taking us to Britain. Who knows what kind of loot we'll find? Probably tons of gold and temples ready to be plundered. Do you guys even practice agriculture? Strange looking blokes, ain't they? Hope they stay away from our rock pile. They won't. Ancient Romans. Look what I made. It's a say no more. It's obvious. We don't even have to write it down. Archaeologists today, what did they use it for? Do we still not know? Because I'm super curious now. I'm kind of hooked there. How about another 4 years of delays? When you're about to build a shopping mall, but you're in Rome. Yeah, because they definitely needed a shopping mall in Rome, or another shopping mall in Rome. Sure, medieval art be like, you know, that's probably the most accurate thing I'm gonna see this year. It's very, very true. No idea what the hell was going on in some of that work, I guess you could call it. Got this position in chess.com. How do I save my king? I'm afraid you can't. It is over. This is indeed checkmate. During American Prohibition, Winston Churchill brought a letter from the doctor so that he could drink alcohol. That one, I did know. I don't know why I needed to. Yeah, there we go. He's got to have his prescription for, what was it, whiskey or gin or whatever? Doesn't matter to me, the dude was weird. Giving your friend beer to help you move is a tradition over 6,000 years old. Pharaoh, build my pyramid, slave. Hebrew, you're a cruel tyrant. While you are unemployed between growing seasons, I'll give you a job in beer. Hell yeah, I'm in. Yeah, beer really did change the world, didn't it? 40,000 people thought this was a good idea. It was not. Let's crash 2 locomotives together, they said. It'll be a cool publicity stunt, they said. We'll even have free admission to watch, they said. I've got a sneaky suspicion something went really wrong here, you know? Just crashing them into each other. Not at all a bad idea. Libya was different back in the day. Western culture nowadays. Did you know that many Roman emperors like Septimus Severus were African, so they were black? Not sure about that. Racist. Why are you black? I'm from Africa, sir. I'm from Africa too, and I've never seen anyone like you. This is a bad omen. Okay, that neat. I'm giving you a thumbs up through my computer screen. Islamic ring in Viking grave sheds new light on ancient ties. How it really worked. The merchant told me it would give me protection of his god. Cool. It's kind of how I feel about this whole subreddit so far. Cool. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet. We sing about our girl back home. We sing about the glory that awaits us. Britain gay. And I guess this war is a living hell. If only I could be in one of these scientific expeditions far away from the front. Meanwhile, in Antarctica, our ship has been prisoner from the ice for 2 years now. And since there's a world war, no one is going to help us. Did they make it? Were they able to just, walk home? There's ice everywhere, right? The British, after receiving news that an island so far away from them is being occupied by a country that is closer to it. What the hell? It's not a war crime if the victims were just a little. There you go. Basque people visiting Iceland after 1615, a law which allows Icelandic people to legally kill any of them on sight. But why? You have no idea how angry I am right now at you. I'm sorry, my king. Please do not hurt me. Don't worry. I forgive you. Really? Yes. And I will give you this nice elephant. Thank you, my king. Excuse me? Okay, here we go. Little bit of context for this one. I need those for all of it. Context. There was a king of Siam, sorry, don't know which, who liked to give people who pissed him off white elephants which are seen as a sacred or lucky animal, something along this line. What a great gift, you might think. And why would the king give it to someone who made him angry? Because taking care of that elephant was expensive and only the king could afford it. It was meant to bankrupt the guy, and getting rid of the elephant in any way would probably be seen as a sign of disrespect. And if it dies under your care, you look even worse. I'm Ty, and may I say that if that elephant dies, the guy would probably get executed. Probably, I control the Silk Road. Nobody gets spices and linen but through me. Anyways, lads, I built this big-ass boat. We can use it to sail around this jackass. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, or, Imperial Japan, why we know since World War II that humans are 72% water. Duh. Ooh, what the hell? That is not something I needed to read today. Adams is critically underrated. Who? Oh, okay. Let's get into it real quick. The only founding father to never own slaves out of principle, hiring people instead, had a marriage where he treated his wife as an equal and friend, prevented political parties from taking hold of the presidency during his time in office, was the one who convinced the other founding fathers to vote for independence, served on nearly every committee during the Revolution, single-handedly running the army payment, died on the 4th of July. It is time to go. Was I a good founding father? No. I'm told you were the best. Well, you just know that there's some other shit that's not being put on display for us here, but it's kind of cool to read some of that. I've just got this sneaky suspicion that down in the comments someone's gonna point out, oh, well, yeah, but he actually ate babies. You know, they didn't want to point that part out, because nothing can ever truly be good. Modern boys waking up. I don't want to wake up. Roman men waking up. Thanks, Sol Invictus, for waking me up. You're welcome. The sun could talk back then? Are you asleep? Trying to. How far do you think you would have got as a soldier on D-Day? Oh, dude, I would probably be one of the statistics. Like, I'm not some protagonist, dude. I don't have delusions of, oh yeah, I'd make it, bro. Oh, I would have lived. Oh, totally. I'm built different. No, I would have died probably instantly, like a lot of them did. I think, what was the average lifespan once those gates opened on the boats? 8 seconds on average? Yeah, I'd probably be lower than that. John M. Browning in 1921 making a heavy machine gun that's used by the US Army for the next 100 plus years because no one came up with something better. We still using that thing? Is it still in service? There's no way, right? After Colonel Shaw died in a battle, Confederates buried him in a mass grave as an insult for leading black soldiers. Union troops tried to recover his body, but his father sent a letter saying, "We would not have his body removed from where it lies, surrounded by his brave and devoted soldiers. Bury him in a mass grave. That'll teach him to lead black soldiers." I'm proud of you, son. That is a very interesting story. Not the one told here, although that part is also interesting. But just imagine waving that Confederate flag around, man. Just imagine it. Not to say that the North was not a racist part of the country either, or anything like that, because they certainly were, but still. Come the hell on, man. Teachers wheeling in a TV so the little kids could watch the Challenger space shuttle launch live. The Challenger explodes. Yay! Apparently the Viet Cong are extremely afraid of the Ace of Spades as it represents death for them. We should put it on all of their corpses to freak them out. Hey Kwong, apparently the Americans have started putting aces of spades pretty much everywhere they go. Must be an American tradition. The Vietnam War was the literal definition of I have no idea what I'm doing here for the US Army. Yeah, seemed really cool and awesome, and everybody involved came out better for it. That is sarcasm, you better get it. Promise you won't cry? I promise. Out of thousands of Mesoamerican books and codexes, only 20 are known to have survived to the present day, meaning a surreal amount of information regarding these civilizations has been lost as a result of book burnings carried out by the Spanish. Thank you, Spanish. Or thank you, the Spanish that did this, not the ones out and around now that are alive now. Not you. Well, you know what? What is it, like 80% of human history or something crazy like that that was ever written down has been lost due to fires or assholes ruining it? I made up the 80% number on the spot, but I know it's a pretty sad and disconcerting, disproportionate amount of our written history as a species has just been lost. The Germans, Stalin's son, Stalin, do you have any better hostages? Now that one I understand. Successfully measures the circumference of the Earth within 1% of error. 2,200 years ago, using a stick. Some people are built different. His brain was built very different. It takes a strong man to change his ways. Malcolm X, after visiting Mecca and realizing his entire worldview was just a twisted bastardization by the Nation of Islam. What have I done? I don't know. Miyazaki was a badass. What do you mean was? He's not dead. We don't think American audiences are going to understand this and the movie's too long. We'd like to edit it to make it more family friendly. No. Good. That was a really good call, because no one had any goddamn trouble understanding any of the movies that he's directed to my knowledge. Even as a kid, I got them all, dude. I'm not stupid. I'm so tired of those dipshit suits always trying to imprint themselves on something. You're a producer. I get that you're like behind the money, but we're gonna need you to shut the fuck up and leave it the goddamn hell alone. Let the people that you are paying to be in charge of the project be in charge of the project. Crazy f***ing idea, right, dumbass? I'll take a chocolate milkshake. Hold the artillery support. Wait, you want to hold that? Japanese military during World War II forces thousands of women into being comfort girls for troop morale. The US? Nah, you're screwing with me. Come on. I want to go to the Dairy Queen. I almost called it a battle cruiser. Why did I say that? I want to go to the Dairy Queen battleship. Damn it, I hate being on the front. I wish I could be in one of those forts where nothing bad can happen. Meanwhile, in a fort, I'm so thirsty that I'm licking the moisture on our walls to survive. People imagining how ancient monuments were built. Quick, slave, build me another 50 pyramids. Yes, master. How they were actually built. I built a whole village for you and the other workers to live in while you work, and it won't be taken from your payment. Why do these ones feel like bullshit? Like, this is the second one where we're like, no, the pharaohs were great and didn't have any slaves and were actually incredibly cool guys that, you know, you got 2 weeks paid vacation every year, you got beer, you got benefits, you got this. Okay, it wouldn't surprise me if any of that were true. However, I feel like not all the goddamn information is there. I just don't like these. They're kind of weird. Again, they're probably completely true. We're on history memes. Well, actually, history memes could all just be a bunch of fucking lies and then egg on my stupid idiot moron baby stupid face. Boring modern jobs. Survey administrator, store greeter, taskmaster, telemarketer. Survey administrator is next to store greeter. What? Epic ancient Roman jobs. Dwarf seller, G planner, urine tax collector, armpit hair plucker. I'll be the G planner. Why not? This sounds like pretty easy to do. American astronauts. Give the Dutch prime minister a moon rock. Dutch decide to get it tested and turns out to be petrified wood. You weren't supposed to do that. Nope. No one. The captain of the USS Texas on D-Day. I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea. In 1714, a Norwegian captain and an English captain had a 14-hour-long ship fight. Afterwards, both ships were severely damaged and the Norwegian captain was running out of ammo. He sent an envoy to the English ship, asking if he could borrow some of theirs. They said no. Well, at least he asked. Tankies be like, Russia did nothing wrong and Poles hate it only because of a US propaganda. My brother in Christ, we hated Russia before the USA even became a thing. 60s animators who were tired of redrawing the entire character every time their head moved. Basically, back in the day, each movement in an animation was an entirely new picture of the character drawn in a different position. Okay, we all know that one. So every time a character moved their head, the animator had to redraw the entire body. Someone figured out if they separate the character's head from the body and cover up the gap with a collar? What? Thus, they only had to animate the head while reusing the same body image, cutting down on labor costs. I mean, it's a smart idea. When you get told that only half of the Soviet troops got rifles, but it was because the other half got SMGs? I thought it was because the other half got bullets. Or was that not urban legend, was that just a rumor? Truly disgusting experiment. Tuskegee syphilis study of 1932. If you'll participate, you'll get free medical treatment. Okay, 20 years later, I don't feel so good. Have some more medicine. 20 years later, dies. Interesting. So what did they give? What was that medicine? Was it Emesis f***ing blue? What the hell were they being given, dude? These men were on the same front, at the same time on the same side, walking away with vastly different outlooks on World War I, and went on to write the 2 most prolific books ever written about the war. War is hell. War is hell! And then you got Lord of the Rings. Not actually a war book, but still, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Storm of Steel. Oh, good lord.